Welcome. We are your hosts, Chris and Tammy.
In this podcast, we dive into the mindset for networking strategies and skills you'll need to build a solid foundation to build a global business.
We've built a multi-million-dollar business and have mentored thousands of people around the globe in the last 25 years.
I wanted to talk about habits tonight because I think this is a really, really important subject. Because we can't get rid of habits. We can only replace them. And in our mindset, in our actions, and we're going to talk about that. And I'd love for you all to participate because a lot of the times we get on courses, we get into trainings, and we might take some notes and might be exercises involved in it. And we tend to, put this stuff aside and I'll do it later. And often things don't get done. And then, 6 months go down the road and things haven't changed. And I think this session is going to really help you open up a little bit about, maybe where you are right now with habits and where you want to be after this session is finished. So as we talked about not getting rid of the habits by changing those habits, you can't get rid of them. They'll always pop up. Every single time you get into a situation, you'll recognize some things that are holding you back. And the key is to recognize it and change it in that moment. And then you'll notice that you start going into programming of new habits into your life. And I'm sharing this training based on a lot of experience over the years because I had to do a lot of mind shifts and a lot of action shifts when I got involved in network marketing because it was a new baby for me. Okay, so the three areas, mindset, beliefs, and actions. And we're going to talk about all three of those tonight. So we're going to start with the mindset first. Because again, we are programmed from birth on what to think about. We tend to follow the patterns of people around us. You might be like me, a little rebel. I was always a rebel and always trying new things. And I kept being placed back in that box like the other kids. And my parents always said, why can't you be like the other children? So I thought that being creative and getting into my own space and being myself was a good thing, only to realize when, and then you start going back into that box. And then I get out of the box, and I get back in the box, I get out of the box. But some of the things that you can think of where you tried to spread your wings and be free and be yourself, but you're contained based on your social environment. It may not even be your parents. Your parents could be those people that, encourage you to flourish. And then you get to school and it's a different ballgame. So think of all of these things. And I always like to put positive pictures out there because that's where we need to move towards. And as often as we can is to stay in that environment of what we think about expands. Might as well put good things out there that can expand and grow from there. So beliefs. And this is what we all need to do because every single one of us has a cape. You know that, right? Every single one of us. Do you remember when we were kids? We knew we had superpowers, like seriously, every single one of us, no matter what we did, all the cartoons we watched, we could imagine all of this stuff. And then we get into adulthood again and everything is programmed. And we realize that whatever our income ends up being is who we are and what we have. And that's it. So how do we break these habits? Well, again, you got to go back into that childlike thinking and know that every single one of you can do anything that you truly desire. If you want to, you have to want to, right? And then we're going to go into actions. What's really important is to know your habits around the actions. And I think a lot of us know our habits around our actions. And if you don't, it's again, you want to go back and do an exercise around that. Time is no excuse. Everybody can do 15 minutes. And when you set a timer, it's going to create that sense of urgency to do as much as you can in those 15 minutes that you have, concentrated 15 minutes. So write down your daily actions. Once you write out your day, I want you to put an S or an NS beside everything that you wrote down in your day. Okay, so if it is not serving, then what can you do to replace it so you can move forward in your actions and everything that you have written down on your schedule?